The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, starting at verse 1. The words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, vanity of vanities. All is vanity. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And Shalom to the 140 and 4,000. It's the brother Amawan Pada from the GMS Denver camp coming at you with another lesson. And it's going to be in regards to the vanities of this current society, man. And we go to that word vanity, it goes into emptiness. All right? Because that's what the majority of this society is meaningless. A lot of the things that go on, they don't pertain to salvation. And that's the only thing that matters. All right? What are you doing for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai? Everything outside of that is vanity, man. And King Solomon, who is the preacher, by the way, if you didn't know, all right, he did observations of this current life. And he noticed that everything outside of fearing the Lord and serving him is vanity. And that's just the truth, man. And I'm going to, be personal with you, man. Like, today was a weird day for me, man. Today was, I had a day off from work today. And usually when you have a day off, you want to, go out and do things and, kick back. But today was strange to me in the spirit. I didn't really want to do nothing. I just really wanted to kind of just meditate on prophecy and the word. You know what I'm saying? I went out, I drove around, and I was like, damn, this is meaningless. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like an epiphany. Like, this whole society that everybody else is wrapped up in, at the end of the day, is vanity, man. And we all know this deep down. But today it really stood out. Like, it really was made evident today through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I went to the store to go buy some new clothes or whatever. And it just wasn't hitting, man. I went to go sit in the car and I'm just looking at all the people coming out of the store, the Americans, consumers going in and buying stuff. Like, it's like, yo, I just want to get out of here. Point blank, period. And we all feel this way. Those that are of the hopeful elect, that desire the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We know that all this is vanity because this temporary kingdom is vanishing, man. We're at the end of this kingdom, the very, very fucking end. But people are still walking around trying to hold on to it. Like, no, man. This is not hitting no more, man. It's over. It's played out. We desire the kingdom. We desire eternal life. We desire the things that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai promised unto his people, man. All right? Point blank, period. So let's get the word vanity. I want to get the definition of that real quick. Salakia for that little rant. Okay, so here we have the definition of the word vanity. And it says excessive pride in one's appearance or accomplishments, conceit. All right, that's one, way of looking at it. You know what I'm saying? People that are very prideful, they're considered to be vain. All right, because we're just humans, man. We have nothing to be proud about. We're lowly creatures. But people are walking around this earth puffed up in pride, man. Full of vanity, conceited. All right. Definition 2, it says something about which one is vain or conceited. All right. Definition 3 says, here it is right here, worthlessness, pointlessness, or futility. All right. You see that? This society and all the things that people covet after are pretty much worthless, man. It don't matter. You got Jake out here chasing the bag, trying to be, the richest man on the block, trying to be, the biggest player of the year. All that is vanity, man. At the end of the day, it don't mean nothing, man. Because you can't take your money with you. Your money is not going to save you, man. Let's get a quick precept on that. All right, here we have one that comes to mind. All right, the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 4. And it says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Do you see that, man? And that's the thing that we want. We want to be delivered from death in these times that we're in. We're in the time of judgment from Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. Great death is coming. Your money cannot save you. Your job, your career, it's not going to save you, man. So people putting all those things on a pedestal, like that's the end all be all. All right. It's really just vanity. All right. And those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, you know what I'm talking, you know what I'm saying. So like it. Okay. We have the true riches. We have the real wealth, man, which is this understanding, this wisdom, this knowledge that leads to salvation. Everything else is bullshit, man. It is. It just is. And King Solomon knew this. He was a very spiritual man. All right, got to bring this out real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. One of my favorites. Now it says, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So, the men of the Lord, man, those who have the true understanding of what's going on in life, the more you know, the more sorrow you have, so to speak. All right, because what do they say in the world? Ignorance is bliss. The less you know, the more happy you are. The less you're aware of all the bullshit that's going on, the more happy you are. And that's the majority of these people out here, man. They don't care to know the truth of what's going on, the prophecies and the future of America, Babylon the Great. They want to continue on living in ignorance. So that's why you see them out there, having fun, living lives of vanity, not serving the Lord, not reverencing Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. All right. But us, on the other hand, we know that this place is wicked. We see the filthiness of this society, and it makes you feel a certain type of way, man. Every fucking day. Excuse me. Excuse my French. All right. From the moment you go outside, man, you see the corruption. You see the wickedness of people. Just today, man, for an example, man, I'm at this store, just getting out the house and whatnot. And as I'm walking into the store, I see a man with his woman, all right, walking to their car. And as I'm walking by, this woman is all in my face smiling at me. I'm like, man, this place got to go, because what is that called? It's called adultery, man. And that is something that runs rampant out here, especially in America, Babylon the Great. It goes on unchecked. It's promoted here. All right. And it makes me sick to my stomach, man. It makes me sick to see the condition of our people. And it was a Northern Kingdom couple, and that woman was completely out of order. Man, just the other day, me and the brothers were out there, on the town, sitting down, eating at a restaurant, in a Mexican restaurant, man. And the brothers, we having a good time at the table, conversating. And, it was a group of men and a couple of females, I believe. And they were walking by our table, and one of the females just turns and looks at me and just waves and smiles. And every brother at the table saw that, and they were like, yo, what the hell was that? Like, ain't she with that guy right there? And she had no shame being all up in our faces. She don't even know us from a can of paint, man. And that irked all of us at the table. We was all like upset about that, man. You see, now nigga in the world would be like, oh man, she choosing. Nah, man, look, that's off. Okay, and that grieves us, man, because we know that that's off. We know that that's wrong. That's wickedness, man. And the more you know, the more upset you get at this world, man. All right. And that's what we're calling for, the downfall of this place, because we want the kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness. We're not sad that this place is going down. All right, the majority of people are wicked, man. They getting ready to celebrate Halloween. I was at a store and I saw people out there running to that Spirit store. I think it's called Spirit or whatever, where they had that Grim Reaper guy as the mascot, and they got all these damn Halloween outfits and weirdo shit. And I see Israelites by the droves going into these stores, buying all kind of weird Halloween shit. And it's just like, man, this I need to get out of here, man. Point blank period. I need to get the hell up out of here, man. Lord Yahushua, you can't come soon enough. All right. The more you know, the more grief you have. You're not out here celebrating with the world and their wickedness, man. You're disgusted by it. Here's another one right here. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 31. It says, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. All right. This shit is going out of style, man. Real fast. All right. We see it. But the rest of these people don't see it, man. They want to continue on in the fashion of this world, this current society, which is steeped in wickedness and Satanism and rebellion against Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. All right. This place is going out, man, with a bang, a thermonuclear bang. All right. So we're not to be caught up in this shit, man. We ain't missing nothing, man. Understand that. We ain't missing out on nothing. All right. Today, I just wanted to, I went back to the house. I was like, you know what? I'm good. You know, you get tired of going to the bars. You know what I'm saying? That's old. Nothing but adultery and, you know, weirdos. And, it's just like, man, nah, I'm good. I'm ready for the kingdom. All right, now peep this right here. This is 2nd Esdras in the Apocrypha, chapter 8 and verse 50. Now it says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And these people are extremely proud out here, man. Especially out here in Denver, man. These jakes out here, man, they proud as hell. All right, they take on the characteristics of these damn Edomites. And that's just the majority of people, period. Not just out here in Colorado, but in other parts of the U.S. as well, man. People are just proud as hell in their wickedness, you know? And that's exactly why the judgment is coming how it's coming. Mass death and destruction. And we ain't going to feel no type of way. We're going to rejoice and laugh at your calamity when it comes upon you people, man. And we just pray to the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, that we are of the elect that's going to be preserved from the said perils. Because this place, man, these people are just, man, on another level of pride, man. All right, astronomical levels of pride are exuding from you Americans in these last days, and it's gonna get checked. All right. Verse 51, it says, but understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. Yeah, the elect. We're only concerned about the elect. All right. We understand that these people out here, the majority of our people are going to be destroyed in these, famines, these race wars, these civil wars, and whatever else the Lord deems necessary for judgment. We're not concerned about them, man. You can't have a soft spot for these rebels out here, man. We're only concerned about the elect. All right. That's why we do these videos. All right. To edify and exhort the elect. Those who have the same mind frame, man, who are trying to receive mercy from Yahweh Shemi Shai in these last days. Those who want righteousness to thrive in the earth. Verse 52, it says, check it out. For unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. That's what we want. Not this here. Not this society that we're currently in. A damn circus. A wicked homosexual circus. That's what this place is, man. You got homos walking around everywhere you go. At the job, at your store, at the store. It's, man, on the TV. You can't even watch a regular show with your children because, there's always some subtle hint or even blatant homosexuality sprinkled into the TV shows, man. It's like, man, we gotta get the hell up out of here. Point blank, period, man. We want a kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness. We are tired of wickedness, man. We ain't missing out on nothing. All right? We ain't missing nothing. You know, you got these people out here acting like they're having so much damn fun. A lot of them are just faking it, man, for the cameras. Social media, you know, you already know that story. Social media, people out there acting like they're living their best life, knowing they goddamn miserable on the inside. All right? All right, and I want to bring this out too because this came to my mind, all right, earlier today. And it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 16. It says, "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead." And it means the spiritually dead. That's the majority of people out here just walking around, you know, consuming, products and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Just moving in the flesh, right, as brute beasts, all right? Consumerism. You see? They're dead, man. They don't know what the fuck is going on according to prophecy. They don't know what's really going on, man. So they're dead spiritually. You come to life when you find Yahweh Shai, or when Yahweh Shai quickens you. And that's what happened to us. Okay? And Lord willing, we stay in this understanding, in the marvelous light of Yahweh Shai. Because when you wander out of that way, you go back into the world, you're going back to the congregation of the dead, the spiritually dead, which are soon to be physically dead. You understand? All right. And I was thinking that when I was sitting in my car, I just had a little moment of clarity, as they say. I'm just sitting there looking at the people coming in and out of the store. You know, they probably don't even know what the hell's going on in the news, man. They're not concerned about prophecy, the return of the Lord, Yahweh Shai. All right. They're in the congregation of the dead, man. Jake out here, totally gone through. All right. Congregation of the dead, man. And that's exactly where we don't want to be. So we ain't missing out on nothing. All right. When we separate ourselves from this world. All right. Their party is coming to an end, man. An abrupt, violent end at that. And I quoted this earlier, so I'm going to bring it out. This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 13. Now it says, "Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness." Yeah, that's right, man. We want to live in a society where people are not trying to stab you in the fucking back everywhere you turn. You know, everywhere in this society is fraud. All right. You're being frauded out of your money when you go to your job and you work them hours and you get taxes taken out of your paycheck. That's fraudulent, man. According to our law, that's not upright dealing. And you're supposed to get paid at the end of the day. All right. Every day you're supposed to get paid, man, according to the law. All right. Before the sun goes down, you're supposed to get paid for your work for that day. Esau makes you wait 2 weeks. And then if you have a new job, damn near a whole month before you get that first paycheck. This is a fraudulent, wicked system that we live in, man. With GMO foods, the water's polluted with all kind of forever chemicals in it. All right. The air is polluted, man. Man, look, the women are adulterous, conniving. You know, it's time to get out of here, man. We look forward to the kingdom. All right. Where corruption is past for our people. So I'm going to end it with this right here. All right. The words of Yahweh Shai in the red letter. All right. John chapter 5, verse 24. It says, "Verily, verily," that means truly, "I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life." All right. We're no longer in the congregation of the dead. The ones that you see out there partying and living it up, having a good ass time in their wickedness. That's the congregation of the dead. They're not really living life. They're spiritually dead, man. These celebrities, all of them, they're fucking through, man. I'll be on YouTube, you know, going through different, shorts and whatnot. You be seeing these celebrities trying to live it up, acting like they just enjoying their life, knowing they dead on the inside, man. Okay. The jig is up. We know that you're controlled puppets by Esau Edom. You're nothing more than a bunch of goddamn coons cooning for your paycheck, man. Trying to make it look nice. Nah, man. We good. We good on that. We ain't missing nothing, man. All right. We've came from death into life by coming into this truth, man. By believing on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So we all right, man. We good as long as we stay here, man. All right. And so I'm going to end it with this right here. I quoted it earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. We'll close with this. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. And these are the words of King Solomon, all right? And he says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So what's the big deal, right? Why are we here on this earth, man? Are we here to just party and bullshit, man? Or is there a reason why we're here? Well, King Solomon came to that conclusion. He was the richest man that walked this earth. All right. He had everything at his fingertips. The women, all right, the wine, the entertainment, whatever. All right. He goes on to say that in the book of Ecclesiastes. And he came to the conclusion that the big picture is to serve the Lord, man, the creator, Yahweh. All right. Through his son, Yahushua, man, and to be obedient unto him. That's what we're here to do. All right. Because without that, man, it's all bullshit. All right. So stay in the truth. There's nothing out there for us, man. This shit is done. It's over. It's run its course, man. Your best bet is to remain in the house of the Lord, man, and to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and, you know, hold on to the faith until the end, man, and look forward to the kingdom. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to end this lesson right here. I'm going to give all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Hey, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, Kwam Yasharala and the Bible Bar. Shalom to the elect. We almost up out of here, baby. Hold on.